More about the race for the White House. Democratic strategist Steve McMahon, co-founder and CEO of Purple Strategies, is joining us. Also, right here on the set, Republican strategist Susan Del Percio, a veteran of the Giuliani administration. Good morning. Let me ask you, since you're here, you watched the 60 Minutes clips last night. Did you know, a lot of people this morning saying there was something a little awkward about both of them when you came on. I'm just, we were talking during the commercial break, how long are we going to see Pence? I mean, it's just this week and then it's over?
Yeah, Wednesday. He'll give his speech on Wednesday, and after that it will be Donald Trump all the time.
So it doesn't even matter what their relationship is like. It doesn't even matter whether they necessarily have, in certain cases, conflicting views, which is what seemed to be indicated during that interview a little bit.
Because what Mike Pence did was basically, as a choice, showed that Donald Trump grew as a candidate, which was really important for a lot of Republicans, and also gave him a chance to unify the party. I should say we are going to see Pence a couple other times. We'll see him as a surrogate down the road, and we'll see him in the debate. And that's going to be the, the second most important time we'll see him in this whole campaign.
Steve, we talk about unfavorables, and there's, terrible unfavorables for Trump, but terrible unfavorables for Hillary Clinton these days, too. And despite certain expectations on the left that somehow, this is going to be a breeze, it doesn't look like a breeze at all. Am I right?
Well, it doesn't look like a breeze if you look at the poll numbers, but one of the things that you see pretty consistently, and I think John Harwood was pointing this out a little bit, is that Donald Trump is underperforming Mitt Romney in almost every category. And if you want to win and not lose, then you actually need to outperform Mitt Romney in almost every category. The other thing that's interesting about these poll numbers is you pretty consistently see Trump stuck between 39 and 41 or 42. Hillary Clinton has fallen pretty considerably in the last couple of weeks, probably because of this FBI fallout. But she's also starting to climb again, and structurally the race is probably a 5 or 6 point advantage for Hillary Clinton, and you're starting to see it return to that state in the Wall Street Journal poll and others.
That's like Brexit, by the way. People look, I mean, it's just, the margin of error there is small. I don't know if you saw, by the way, Steve, I wanted to ask you about, on Friday, apparently she had a meeting with Elizabeth Warren. Do you think there's any more chance than there used to be that Elizabeth Warren may be the running mate? And if so, more or less polarizing?
Well, anyway, the first choice that a presidential nominee makes is whether they're going to make it a base election by kind of consolidating their base, or whether they're going to run to the middle and try to win in the middle, which is where most presidentials are won. Donald Trump has made this a base election by picking Mike Pence. There was an advantage to doing that because he unifies the party, but he's made it a base election on the Republican side. I don't think Donald Trump grows by going right. I think he needs to go to the middle, and Hillary Clinton also needs to go to the middle. So if Hillary Clinton chooses Elizabeth Warren, it becomes more of a base turnout election, probably more polarizing and divisive. I think a better path for her is to run to the middle and try to win in the middle, especially since Donald Trump seems to be abandoning the middle.
Do you agree? Do you think that he's abandoned the middle? I don't look at it that way.
No, I actually think he is running a populist campaign. He is saying leaders in Washington, Democrat, Republican, they are not getting the job done for you. And in those polls, you see 70, 80% people want change. That's what they're saying, what they want the most out of elected officials. And that's what Donald Trump brings. The other thing is that he is really taking a toll on both Clintons. One thing in that poll no one's talked about is since February, Bill Clinton has taken a 10-point hit in the polls. For the first time, his favorable, unfavorable is upside down.
Bill Clinton or Hillary Clinton?
Bill Clinton. What I'm saying is that this constant build on the Clintons is really taking a draw on them and the Democratic Party.
He was Teflon before.
He's been very tough, and it is taken. And that's one of the things. When you see Bill Clinton's numbers, they can't even use going to a base election. They can't even use Bill Clinton because his numbers are so bad. That's going to be very problematic for the Clintons.
Okay, we got to leave the conversation there, Steve. I apologize. I'm sure we're going to talk more about this over the next couple of weeks with both of you. Thanks so much. Thanks, guys.
All right, coming up, EU.